You've been illegally parking at my lot. I'm going to file a lawsuit against you. A lawsuit? Go ahead and do whatever you want. He said I could do whatever I want, right?
Trouble Busters!
My name is Tom. I'm a terrific young man who has an office job. And the gentleman who came to visit at my company was... My name is Maxwell. I heard great things about this branch and I've been looking forward to today. Especially you, Tom. I've heard so many great things about you. Oh, really? It seems like this boss is a great man. I'm motivated to get to work with him. At least that's how I felt in the beginning. Hey, Maxwell. Hello, Tom. Great job today. You're not allowed to park your car there. That's a parking lot that I privately own. You can't do this. If it wasn't you, I'd be filing a lawsuit. A lawsuit? Interesting. Go ahead and do whatever you want. I'm telling you not to park here. If you want to park here, you need to pay for the fees. Don't worry about it, Tom. What isn't there to worry about? Because you parked your car here, I can't get other drivers to park in my lot. Is that so? How much of a loss are you taking? I'd have to calculate it to be precise, but it's $7 per hour. I see. So, do you own this parking lot on your own, or did you inherit this land from someone else? I inherited this from my grandfather, but that's not what we're talking about right now. Oh, don't be like that. I may be in a managerial position, but my wife gives me a small allowance, so I'm always broke. But you're single, and you get to use your money the way you want. Well, I guess I have more freedom. I wish I could pay you, but my wife keeps spending on swimming classes and piano classes, and it's almost impossible to ever make enough income. I feel bad and thankful that you're letting me park here. Do you get what I mean? But that doesn't make it okay for you to bring your domestic problems to my parking lot. Well, you'll understand what I'm talking about when you have a family in the future. Stop changing the subject to get away with this. Don't worry about it, Tom. Just don't worry. Jeez, why does he keep telling me not to worry about it? Maxwell continued to illegally park his car in my parking lot. Even though I tried to talk to him, he'd tell me, don't worry about it, and everything is okay, and you'll be grateful for being kind to me, okay? He'd smile and tell me these things. He didn't seem to stop parking where he wasn't supposed to. Not only that, but his arrogance had only aggravated. What? Why are there even more cars? Oh, Tom, there you are. It's him again. This is my wife, Emily.
Hello. I heard so much about you, Tom.
What's going on? Oh, I think I forgot to tell you, and I'm sorry. Emily's gonna start parking at this lot today, okay? What? Why?
Thank you so much, sir.
Tom, you're pretty much like my best friend. Maxwell, you're double parking. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's not okay. For 2 vehicles, it would be $680. You're gonna be glad later on, okay? You'll be glad. I don't want to be glad later on. I'd rather be glad right now. I tried to talk to Maxwell many times after that, but he continued to say, it's okay, and don't worry about it. Well, you'll be glad later on. Just as previously when I tried talking to him. And 3 years passed, and Maxwell was going back to work at the headquarters. Hey, Tom, I'm sorry, but my hands are too full for another bouquet. Sir, I need you to pay for the parking fees for all the time you parked. Oh, are you still talking about that? I'll make sure you get transferred to HQ. How about that? I'm going to file a lawsuit against you. I'm tired of listening to you telling me that you'll file a lawsuit against me. Do whatever you want, if you can. Okay, I'll go ahead and file a lawsuit. He said I could do whatever I want, right? I'm not letting him get away with this. Trouble Busters! If I buy this ticket, I'd have an odds of 334 times... Hello, this is Tom. Tom, is this some type of joke? Oh, did you finally get it? It's a legal letter from the lawyer. I got it, and that's why I'm calling you to ask what this is about. Well, it's exactly as it states. It says that I owe $138,180 according to this document. What the heck? Those are the parking fees that you've been illegally parking at my lot. It's $7 per hour, and multiplying it by the amount of time that you parked there, which would be 19,780 hours, the price comes out to be what's stated there. Oh, I didn't want any further trouble, so I went ahead and rounded the number to the nearest 10. I don't care about that. I can't possibly pay this much. This is exactly why I've been asking you to stop parking there. I even told you that you might as well pay the monthly fee to save some money for the entire 3 years you were here. What? I don't know. You told me that I could park my car there for free. I never said that. It's important whether I was informed about the parking fees or not. I was told to use the parking lot for free and use you, and that was the condition that I agreed upon using that parking spot. Maxwell, you can't do this to me after neglecting the proper steps that you should have taken. I've been recording our conversation every time I tried talking to you about it. What? You can't do that without my consent? Why not? You're the one who parked there without my consent. You were blocking a parking space for 3 years. Why wouldn't I have recorded our conversation? You know, this is an invasion of privacy. That's not the case here. The parking lot physically belonged to me, and you have been invading that parking lot. I never made any contract with you, and therefore the charges are invalid. We work at the same company, and we're pretty much like a family. The only person who considers this the way you do is yourself, just because it's in your favor. Just take back this lawsuit. If my wife ever finds out about this... She will find out about this for sure. I'm gonna be sending your wife the same document too. What? Why would you do that? She has nothing to do with this. She does. About a year into your illegal parking, you started having your wife park her car right next to yours every day. But that was with your permission! I never permitted you guys to do that! By multiplying the amount of time she was parked there, which is 12,520 hours, by the $7 per hour parking fee, I'm gonna be charging her a total of $87,640! $87,640?! If we end up paying it, that's gonna be a total of over $200,000 for the two of us! That's right. We can't possibly pay that much, and if I do, my wife will break up with me. And imagine if the company finds out about this, my position would be jeopardized. You did this to yourself. I told you that I'll make sure you're glad down the road, and you agreed to it. I never agreed to anything. If I ever agreed to it, I wouldn't have been asking you to pay for the parking fee the entire 3 years. Either way, I'm not gonna pay you these fees. Yes, you will. Why don't we talk about something fun? I'll make sure you'll have a title when I get you transferred to the HQ. What do you think? Maxwell. Don't worry, I used to be in HR. I can do whatever I want as long as it's just you. Once you're in HQ, I'll back you up so you'll be climbing up the ladder as quickly as possible. So, I need you to take back the lawsuit. I've been meaning to tell you this, but what is it? Just say it. I got you. I'm not interested in getting transferred to HQ at all. What? But it's the headquarters! I'm not interested at all. I like where I live right now, and I also have income from the parking lot. I don't really care about being transferred. But most employees get transferred around, especially when they're new. I don't mind getting transferred if I'm ordered to, but it's not like it's going to make me happy or anything. I'm talented at enjoying my life wherever I am. I never thought that there would be anyone who doesn't wish to get transferred to HQ. Everyone's life is different. How dare you! So anyways, I'll be sending your wife the document. You can't do that. I'm not going to approve this. If you have any objections, please make them at the court. I'm sure you can figure out your financials with your retirement money. I can't possibly spend my retirement money on something like this. I don't have time to deal with a lawsuit. I'm not paying you, so don't even think about charging me. You can't just... I know he's hot-headed right now. I'm sure he'll show up on the day of. Tom hasn't said anything about it since then. I'm sure he already gave up. Huh? Oh my goodness, what the heck is this? Victory! We're not letting you get away with this. Trouble Busters! What the heck is this? The eel is amazing at this restaurant. Dig in, Mr. Cobweb. We're celebrating our victory today. Hello? If it's the adverse party, please place him on speakerphone. Why is the trial over when I haven't even said anything about it? It's because you never showed up to the trial. Isn't the trial only supposed to take place when both parties show up? I thought the law was fair to everyone. There's no way the judge would come up with a verdict with one party being absent. You're not entirely wrong, but you didn't show up by what the law constitutes, so the law doesn't protect you. You're pretty much like a person who's not under an umbrella complaining that the umbrella is supposed to be fair to everyone by keeping all of us dry. You got wet because you never chose a spot that you were supposed to be at. You got the notice of the trial, right? I did, but I didn't even take a look at it because it doesn't change the fact that I can't pay what I can't pay. If you get a petition from the court, you're not supposed to ignore it no matter what. But that's up to me. And the law will work accordingly when you act all up to yourself. Here, let me talk you to a professional instead. Hello, my name is Dave Cobweb, and I'm from the Spiderweb Law Firm. I'm not talking to a lawyer. I need to talk to Tom. Be quiet! You better listen, you clumsy little loser! A petition is a formal written request submitted to a judge asking for a specific legal action to be taken. It initiates a legal matter by outlining the reasons why the court should grant the requested relief, and it's considered the first step in a lawsuit and is filed by the petitioner against the respondent in the case. When you ignore the petition, you, the respondent, are deemed to have no objections against the petition itself, and the trial will still take place. This means that the verdict will be as what the petitioner had requested for. It's the same thing as payment requests for taxes. It's one of those documents that you can't possibly ignore no matter what. As an overall flow, you have illegally parked for 19,740 hours, while your wife has illegally parked for 12,520 hours at Tom's parking lot. The court session has begun, and the petitioner has filed a request for the responder to compensate for the monetary damages caused by the illegal parking. The judge has come up with the verdict of having you liable for $140,000 and Emily $100,000, with penalties included in addition to the parking fees alone. Because the responder was not present at the court on the day of the trial, nor has responded to any written communication, it was deemed that the responder had no objections to the petition, and the court has closed as the verdict was to basically have the plaintiff's requests fulfilled. The judge has stated that the responder had continued to illegally park the vehicle, despite being verbally warned for 3 years in time, making the responder lose their credibility as well. So that's what happened. Thanks for your $240,000 business with me. This country's laws are corrupt. There's no way you guys would be able to take advantage of the fact that I was absent. Of course, if our demands were unreasonable, the judge would have decided otherwise. A $140,000 compensation is not reasonable at all. The charges are reasonable. I even came up with an accurate duration of your illegal parking by checking the surveillance camera, while I went ahead and rounded the number down just to make things easier. I wasn't made aware of this, and that's because you didn't show up. I don't agree to these charges. And that's especially why it's so important for you to have showed up at the court to state any objections. Besides, I never got the notice of trial. You're lying. You get it via mail with a return receipt. Do you know what this means? We can do a small research at the post office, and we'll be able to prove that you received the notice. Oh, is that so? There's no way we could let that letter get lost in the mail when we know that it could affect your life. If you're gonna tell us that you didn't receive the letter, you should confirm it with the post office. What are you gonna do if they lie to me? You might as well go through another lawsuit with them if that happens. If you need assistance, my name is Dave Cobweb from Spiderweb Law Firm. I'm not gonna hire you. Okay then. I don't even know if I should be telling you this, but... What is it? We're eating eel at a high-end restaurant right now, all thanks to you, Maxwell. Oh, shut up. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. This is bad. I didn't think much when I was parking in that lot, and I never thought things would turn out this way. A total of $240,000. That's almost as much as my entire retirement money. I'm spending all my retirement money on parking fees. It's almost as if I'm just giving away my entire retirement money to Tom. This isn't okay. I'm not gonna let him do this to me. I'm gonna hire a lawyer to fight back. Laws are human-made rules, and there must be human errors to it.
There aren't any human errors that you mentioned, and you might as well save your time from even trying.
What? Why? I always see those guys on TV and news that trials are done over and over again.
Once a verdict is reached with a civil lawsuit, you would be required to file a request for rejudgment to the court, but you'll only be wasting your time. Based on what you told me, you're entirely in the bad. You might as well give up and pay for the damages. I despise people like you.
How rude! I'm supposed to be your client!
You're here for a free consultation, and I never agreed to represent you. Therefore, you are not my client. I know you'd rather save time before you continue to waste it, so let me put it in simple words. You don't even have the morals to consider that illegal parking is something that you shouldn't have done to begin with. And I'm not sure if you're going to even understand what I'm telling you, but I could perhaps still explain it to you only because this is my job. But you better not interrupt me with words that only tell me that you're not even listening to what I'm going to say, because I won't be listening to how you feel at this time.
Why are you being so harsh on me? What did I ever do to you to deserve to be treated this way? None of the conditions for a retrial apply in my case. I tried to go to so many law firms, but they all said the same thing to me. Oh, I don't even know when and what to say to Emily about this. I might as well borrow some money from the company's safe. What about the company's safety? Huh? Tom? Mr. Jefferson? Emily?
Honey, I heard about it.
You heard about what? You've been illegally parking your car at Tom's private parking lot for the entire 3 years you were at his branch. Oh my goodness! Tom, did you tell him? Of course, I made sure that our CEO and your wife were aware of this matter. Why would you do that? I talked to your wife because she's liable for paying for the illegal parking on her end, and I talked to our CEO because you probably needed the retirement pay in advance, or else you wouldn't have the financial ability to pay me $240,000. That's exactly right. I've always been fond of your work ethic, but I had no idea what you've been up to.
I was never made aware of the documents that Tom had been sending us. No wonder why you switched up the locks on our post. You told me back then that Tom was kind enough to charge us only $150 a month for the parking fees, but you were lying. You were putting that cash inside your pocket to spend for yourself, am I right?
No, Emily, just listen to me. Tom said that he didn't mind us parking there.
Tom also told me that you would be making excuses the way you are right now, and that he has been trying to talk to you to stop illegally parking your car in his parking lot. He even let me listen to the audio recording of your conversations.
What? Already? You have lost quite some credibility through this incident. Considering the amount that you're being charged and the fact that this incident is being posted as online news, you're going to be facing some severe consequences, so I hope you're ready for this. What happens after I'm found to be shameful?
I am truly disappointed in you, and our marriage is over.
What? You can't break up with me for just illegally parking my car for 3 years? Just illegally parking? Oh, I didn't mean that. You're not sorry for anything. I have no choice but to say I'm sorry, and I am truly sorry. Watch what you say.
I'm going back to my parents' house. Thank you for everything. We'll discuss our marital properties and settlement on a later day.
Hold on! Does that mean you're really going to file for divorce from me? Mr. Jefferson, Emily, oh please forgive me! Don't forget about apologizing to me! This is over! I was able to legally make my boss liable for the illegal parking fees that caused me a total of $240,000 in financial damages. If only he paid for the monthly parking fees that I suggested, he would have only spent $12,200 for the 3 years that he parked his car there. What goes around comes back around, and he deserves this outcome. Trouble Busters.